Hi, my name is Alexis Jackson. I am a graduate student in education at the University of Akron, and for my special education mild to moderate class, I am doing a project called I Wish My Teacher Knew. The purpose of this project is to give students on IEP a voice. Let them tell the teacher what they wish they knew, what they wish that they could talk to the teacher and tell them. So this is an opportunity to give students a voice. So the method of my project is I created an 8-question Google form. 4 questions used the Likert scale, which for those of you who are unaware what the Likert scale is, it is a scale that goes I strongly agree, I somewhat agree, I neither disagree or disagree, I somewhat disagree, or I strongly disagree. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with these type of questions, you just maybe didn't know the name of the scale. So the 4 questions that the students were asked were: my teachers are helpful, my school provides me with the help I need, I think being on an IEP is helpful, and I think I am capable of succeeding in life. The other 4 questions were short answers. The first one was, why are you currently on an IEP? The next was, what do you wish teachers would do to help you? What do you wish teachers wouldn't do? And finally, I wish my teachers knew if they were instructed to finish the sentence. So the method, the students were approached individually. They were informed of the reasoning behind this project, and that they would be helping future teachers and also be helping other students who are on IEPs. And as a reimbursement for their time, each of the students were offered a package of cookies. And I must say, none of them turned it down. So I think cookies were a good idea. 6 of the 7 students who were on an IEP chose to participate. All responses were anonymous. There was one exception because one student asked for assistance with typing the short answers. So I was the one that typed in what he said, and I reviewed what I typed with what he said, and he agreed that it was accurate. So for the results, some of the students had multiple diagnoses. 3 students had Asperger's syndrome, 3 had ADD, ADHD, 1 student had dyslexia, 1 student had dysgraphia, 1 student reported that he had quote-unquote eyesight problems. So the results, for the first question, my teachers are helpful. 5 students strongly agreed with this, and 1 student neither agreed nor disagreed. My school provides me with the help I need. 5 students strongly agreed with this, and 1 student somewhat agreed. I think being on an IEP is helpful. This had a little bit more variety in the answers. 2 students strongly agreed, 2 students somewhat agreed, and 2 students somewhat disagreed. I think I am capable of succeeding. 5 students strongly agreed, and 1 student somewhat agreed. Turning to the short answers, what do you wish teachers would do to help you? 1 student said, I wish they would help me by asking me if I needed help. Another says, it helps to have some text slightly bigger, as well as them allowing me to type some things if they can't read it, rather than just give me a 0. And 1 student asked for more explanation. Another student said that he would like to be able to take tests that have short answers orally. Another said that teachers help me with everything, so nothing. And the final student said the teachers at my school are very helpful and will clarify anything I miss and have lots of hands-on activities. What do you wish teachers wouldn't do? I wish teachers wouldn't yell or let the class be so loud. Try to take away our music because it helps me concentrate. And 1 teacher I wish would just stop giving so much homework. Not completely stop it, just less homework, because it takes me longer to do than my friends. The other answers were, give me any other special treatment, don't treat me differently, and don't give me different tests, and don't be so rude. I wish my teacher knew. I wish my teacher knew that I need help even though I don't ask for it. as I am usually shy. I wish my teacher knew that there's a reason behind my bad handwriting. I wish my teacher knew that I'm not stupid and it's just her to explain what I'm thinking. I wish my teacher knew that I needed to take notes every day. And I wish my teacher knew to read and understand an IEP. I once had a foreign teacher that didn't, and it made being in that class difficult. And then this last response just goes to prove that, yes, I am working with high school students, and this is probably about the most typical high school response I would expect was, IDK, which I know stands for I don't know. So, yes, I am working with high school students, and yes, their personalities came through on this. So, looking back at all of this, what did I learn? First and foremost, communicate, communicate, communicate. Talk to the students, talk to the parents, talk to the individuals that help create the IEP. It's not enough just to look at the IEP and say, okay, well, I have this student in my class who is currently diagnosed with ADD or is currently diagnosed with something on the autism spectrum scale. Talk to the students. You know, they know what they need and they know what they struggle with, and just it can be very eye-opening. At the beginning of the school year, talk to them, and periodically throughout the year. And don't wait till a student has problems. Try to prevent these problems, and if you notice something that you think is off, like you can't read the handwriting, talk to them about it. Don't just take points off. You know, there's a reason maybe. Maybe the student can't see well enough, or has dysgraphia, or something that is causing the handwriting issues. Don't just give them a 0 because you can't read it. And then talk to all of your students, not just those on IEPs. There are many students out there that wish they can communicate something to their teacher, but for some reason or another don't. Whether they're shy, whether they feel like they're going to be judged, whether they just don't feel that they can approach a teacher. Talk to all of your students, and this can be done in person, it can be done on paper and pencil, on an online forum. It can even be done just as like an extra credit question at the end of the test that just says, I wish my teachers knew ... Let them finish the sentence. The next thing I learned was that we need to strive to learn how to help all students. One of the resources I've discovered through this is using specialeducationguide.com, and this is Understanding Inclusive Classrooms. So let me just pull this up real quick. Give me a minute. And there's a huge number of resources on this site. I just pulled up the General Ed Teacher's Guide to Inclusive Classrooms, and it says what to do at the beginning, you know, when you're creating your lessons and when you're creating your year-long goals, how to apply different theories, how to incorporate skills training and collaborative teaching techniques. It doesn't take long to read through some of this stuff. Just someday sit down, pull up your laptop when you're sitting in front of the TV, and look through some of this stuff. Maybe just 1 or 2 small changes can make a huge impact on the students in your class. The next site I want to present to everybody is about evidence-based teaching practices, and this is LD Online. Apparently my link is not good, so let me type it in here. LD Online, here we go. And this is just an example of some of the resources that are out there. This is resources for helping students with ADHD in the classroom. Behavior interventions on here, as well as instructional considerations, task duration, direct instruction, peer tutoring, scheduling. These go on and on and on and on, and you don't have to implement every single one of these. Just pick and choose, and once again talk to your students. Ask them what they need. Ask them what will help them. And so the final thing I want to talk about is making this a team approach. There are many people that can contribute to a student's life, and it's the teacher, the student themselves, their parent or parents, their guardians, special education teachers and administration, other school personnel like school counselors, guidance counselors. It takes a team to help every student, and especially students that are on IEPs. So as a team effort, we can do this. And so finally, I would just like to thank Coach Zach Griffith for allowing me to use some of his class time in order to conduct these surveys, and a huge thank you to all of the students that participated. Your contributions are going to make a huge